I love you too, Praxis. Fuck you. Fuck you, Praxis. Jeez. Nanu. That's awesome.
Dude, who the fuck are you talking to?
It's my mod, man. It talks to me.
Dude. Relax. We're gonna get you the help you need. He's talking to a fucking mod. Dude, I'm sorry. I'll say it again. I'm sorry. But dude, it literally looked like you were talking to a fucking mod.
It's the Praxis Banshee, man.
I know that now. I didn't know that. What would... I love you too.
I still think the shock treatment was a little bit much.
Shit. Hey, welcome to In Between Two Beards. I'm Justin, aka Dub.
I'm Ryan.
And we are going to do a mod review today that we are really excited about doing.
This is the the Banshee by Praxis Vapors and Siggo. I love this mod. I'm going to go ahead and just say that and get it out of the way. This thing is awesome.
It is a very, very simplistic mod.
Very simple.
I would recommend this kind of a mod for somebody who wants to get into vaping.
Right.
Because it's so... it's idiot proof.
There's no menu systems to jump into or anything like that. Everything is just very straightforward. 150 watts. The coating on here, it's such a comfortable mod to hold in the hand. I love it. Buttons are phenomenal. The whole selling point obviously is the screen, and we'll show this up close. But yeah,
let's just get into it, man.
All right, guys. Here is the Praxis Banshee mod up close. Here's the box it comes in, very simple. It says dark right here, that's the color I obviously have, nothing. On the back, Siggo and Praxis Vapors, and that's it. So go ahead and open the box. Up top you're going to see the mod itself. Go ahead and pull that out. I love this packaging. It's very simplistic, just like the mod itself. And then you pull this little tray out, and the only other thing that comes in the box is this little user manual, which I will say leaves a lot to be desired, but it kind of gets the point across, I guess. But yeah, and that's literally all that comes in the box. Simple mod, simple packaging. Right here we've got the mod itself. It's coated in this amazing soft textured rubber. I love the feel of this. It's a lot softer than the Minikin. The Minikin's more like a spray on truck liner kind of feel. This is just a very, very soft rubber. Down here you've got your battery compartment branded with Siggo right there. Just pop that up and you got your batteries in. Very clearly labeled right there which way to put your batteries in. One thing to mention, if you've got like stock wrap batteries or some wraps you buy from the store, it can be kind of hard to get your batteries in and out of just specifically this slot for some reason. But the ones I've got in here right now are doing just fine, which is great.
Alright guys, this is designed by Praxis Vapors and manufactured by Siggo. Dimensions are 95 millimeters by 55 millimeters by 26 millimeters.
One thing I'm glad they did, I know in the first couple like early production models, the 510 connection was recessed really deep, and anything but a 22 millimeter just it wouldn't make contact. But they have since made that a lot shallower and a lot easier. Then you got this little design up here. I'm not crazy about this because it likes to trap juice and then it just runs right back down into the 510 connection. But other than that, obviously the big selling point to this mod is the screen. And this screen's amazing. There's no frills. It shows you exactly what you got going on. You got your battery meter and your resistance. Let me pop an atomizer on here really quick. And then you've got your resistance right there, and then you've got your fire button and your up and down buttons here. Very, very clicky. Love these buttons. But then it shows you when you adjust the power. It shows you what your wattage is. And then literally the only other thing there is to this is you can switch it into temp control mode, which you do by just pressing down the up and down buttons for 2 seconds at a time. I have it in power mode right now. If you hit those and hold them down and let go, it goes into nickel temp control. Hold those down for 2 seconds again. It's going to go into titanium. Hold those down for 2 seconds again. We're going to go into stainless steel. And then one more time, and that'll bring us back out to power. And then it shows your wattage and everything right there. And we're going to read a couple of the specs here.
The maximum wattage for the Praxis Banshee is 150 watts. Temperature range is 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. It supports Ni 200 nickel, titanium, and stainless steel heating elements. Rubberized paint finish, full length LED display, oversized firing mechanism, highly responsive adjustment buttons, sliding battery cover, 24mm max atomizer mount, micro USB port for firmware upgrades, and a 510 connection.
It is a spring-loaded 510. Again, kind of the big selling point to this is the screen, and I know some of them do different things, like some of them do a light show. Mine does all these awesome sayings, so if I take a quick 2 second pull here, it says baby baby, and then Sigo.
All right, guys, let's bring it back out real quick.
That's all there is to it, yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was the up and close of the Praxis Banshee. So
yeah, short and sweet. There's not a whole lot to show. Right now, I've got my Goon on top with a .17 Alien build in it, and I'm running at 100 watts, and this thing's got plenty of power. Very, very nice. You want to just jump right into the pros and cons?
Yeah.
We'll do cons first. We only found a couple. One that I want to bring up is battery life.
Battery life is not too hot on this mod.
Again, as we've mentioned several times, it's just the way that we use our mods on the road and stuff. We need a mod that we don't have to change batteries constantly. I'm getting, vaping a tank at about 50 watts, I'm getting somewhere in the 6.5 to 7 hour range out of this. And that's not terrible, but we've got mods like the Minikin and the Minikin 2 that we're getting 12 plus hours out of. That kind of just, it is what it is, but it's something that we wanted to mention. The battery meter itself, and I understand, again, they've only got 4 dots to work with on the screen here to show battery life.
Still very inaccurate.
It's not accurate at all. I just put these brand new batteries in and I've already lost a dot.
Off of 2 pulls.
Yeah, off of 2 pulls. But, again, you don't really have to worry about it, because as soon as the batteries get too low to where the mod doesn't want to fire anymore, it'll automatically lock itself, which is great. And I don't think we mentioned in the up close, and we'll just mention it real quick, it is 5 clicks to lock and 5 clicks to unlock. You can't actually turn it on and off. You can literally just lock the screen. The only other concerns I have, and I'm not going to call these cons, these are just concerns for the long run. We'll see how it goes. The rubber coating is great, but I'm anxious to see how well that holds up. I have seen a few reports of people losing their LEDs. They'll start burning out. I haven't had any of that yet, so we'll see how that goes. And then I think the battery door...
Yeah, I'll go into some of my cons, because like I said, I used this for about 2 weeks, guys, put it through the paces in my everyday lifestyle, and like he said, first and foremost is the battery life. I'm going through 2-3 sets of batteries of this a day, and that's just, I'm sorry, I'm too busy to be doing that. Anyway, another concern I had was when juice leaks, it does manage to find itself a little bit into the gap between the actual metal and the rubber coating.
Right. That's sealed pretty nice, so I don't think it's going too far in there.
It's
but
just
it is
a concern.
It's a concern.
I just don't want any juice to get into the internals.
Right.
So that's a concern. One of my bigger ones was the wonkiness of the battery door. When you have batteries in there, it still fits pretty good. There's not any...
Right, there's no rattle
or nothing, but the fact that I've already read somebody talking about this little clip breaking off on one of these, definitely a concern.
Now, that guy said he did contact Praxis, and they told him to send it to them, and they would fix it. So that's cool. Thumbs up to Praxis for that.
But compared to, the Primo's battery door, this is a little wonky.
It's a little wonky.
As he said before, the batteries on these come right out. However, I did notice when I was we were using stock Samsung batteries.
Just with the regular wrap that comes on.
The one battery closest to the buttons would come out no problem, but the battery up here, you'd have to actually stick your finger in there to get it out, and I don't like that.
And those are kind of subjective cons, but those are things worth mentioning. Now, the pros, it looks great. It's a great looking mod. That screen is just awesome. It's like, is this mod anything innovative and groundbreaking? Not really, but it's fun. It's a fun mod.
It's definitely a bulkier mod, so if you got real small hands, I can see where this might not be where you're wanting to be at, but for the most part, I like the feel of it in my hand. One thing I did notice in my time using it, I kind of go back and forth with the button, finger to thumb, but it sucks because a lot of times I'm doing this and I got to actually turn the mod around to see what it's doing.
Right.
I almost wish this would have been a little bit more curved as well.
Yeah.
But like I said, overall, I like the mod, but unfortunately... Oh, one other thing, and I'll say this for any mod.
This is not just for Praxis.
The USB port is located on the bottom of the mod, and the biggest concern I have with that is just how much garbage and crap can get up in there and gunk that up to where you can't perform a firmware update. I would have definitely preferred there to be some kind of flush rubber grommet or something like that.
Something to seal that up.
And that's, like I said, that's not just to this mod, but it's definitely, like I said, a concern.
Fit and finish is phenomenal.
Yeah, fit and finish is good.
Other than the battery door thing,
yeah.
fit and finish is great. Tolerances are very nice.
And I know that this can get a little confusing because I actually had to call Ryan and ask him about it. But I mean, we actually said this just in the up close. This is manufactured by Sigo. Is it Sigo or Sigo?
Yeah, Sigo.
Sigo, but it's called a Praxis, but it's designed by Praxis Vapors. So it's funny because Praxis only makes one appearance up here, tiny, but yet Cigaro takes the liberty of posting it wherever they can.
Everywhere else on the
we
mod,
built this motherfucking mod, you know. So
I mean, would I recommend this mod to somebody? Absolutely.
If battery life is not a big concern for you, I would recommend this mod, especially to somebody starting, because there's no thrills with it. It's a cool mod. It looks good. It feels good. There's just no other real options with it.
This kind of takes me back to like the Sigelli 150, where there's not a lot of bells and whistles. It's a very straightforward and simple to use mod, and I loved that mod. And again, the screen is it's just pretty. I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, if I drop this thing in the toilet, am I going to seek one out? Me personally, probably not. It's not on my top list of my favorite mods, but it is. If nothing else, it gets a 10 for 10 for cool factor.
Yeah, cool factor is definitely way up there. I would absolutely replace this mod if I were to lose or break it or anything like that. But there's not a whole lot else to say about it. I do love this mod, and good job. And one other thing. When they first designed it, I know, like I said, the 510 connection was recessed a lot more. I'm very thankful they have since fixed that, so I can get like a 24 millimeter dripper or tank or 25 millimeter tank on it. But
like I said, guys, that's going to be the review for this time around. If you have any questions or want to say something or tell us to piss off, whatever, leave a comment below. Let us know what you guys think. Tell us your experiences.
Absolutely.
Be sure, if you like the video, to give us a thumbs up on there, and please, please, please subscribe. And like I said, we're posting videos weekly, guys, so keep checking back. We're always posting something new. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, both
INBETWEEN2BEARDS.
INBETWEEN2BEARDS with the number 2, all one word. And I guess until next video, vape on.
Vape on.